Good evening, it's April again and I'm here to pick some more garlic. So I've got something special planned for this lot. Here's a nice patch of wild garlic. So I don't need much because I've got quite a lot at home. But just to show you, some of these are flowering now. All edible, of course. The buds I've already taken and pickled. The flowers again, you can pickle them, eat them. All the stalks, the seeds, the leaves. I'm just going to pick a handful of this just for later. I found some nice ground elder over here. Look at that lovely fresh little shoot. Look at that. That's what the baby looks like. That's when it's best eating. Now, ground elder is a highly invasive weed, but it's also a very tasty herb. The Romans did it again. This is very similar to parsley. I'm going to make some parsley sauce with this one. Right, well, I'm back in the kitchen and I haven't done one of these for a while, so I've put the do not disturb sign on the door, kick the dogs out of the room, stop them begging, and do something with the wild garlic. Now, this is a recipe, it's not my recipe, it's from Wild Foods UK. I'm going to double the amount and instead of buttermilk I'm going to use yoghurt. The recipe is wild garlic cheese scones. This is going to be nice. Right, first into a bowl, I've got 400 grams of plain flour, which is about 14 ounces. Before I do anything else, I need to preheat the oven to 200 degrees. That's done. Into that, I'm going to put some fridge cold butter. I've got 100 grams or 3.5 ounces of butter. This is salted. If you're going to add unsalted, you can add a bit of salt to it. The cheese is going to be salty, so just see what you think. I'm going to rub this together till it resembles fine breadcrumbs, and I'll come back when I've done that. Right, that's the boring bit over. It only took me a couple of minutes, but I've rubbed that together so it's kind of like breadcrumbs. I should have used a glass bowl really, then you could have seen what I was doing. Anyway, next, in with a pinch of salt. Like I said, I've used salted butter, so you maybe don't want to put too much in. this is Himalayan pink salt, salted salt. I'm just going to put a good pinch of salt in there. Then we need 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Oh, if we can get the lid up. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of caster sugar. 2 teaspoons of mustard, English mustard. Now, mustard powder would be better, but I haven't got any of that, so you just use what you've got. I maybe won't put quite as much in. I'll put about a teaspoon. 2 teaspoons of mustard. Right, in you go. Then I want half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Just a rough amount of this. You can't really, it doesn't make it spicy. I think my cayenne's blocked actually. Let me just unblock that. Half a teaspoon, very carefully. There she blows. Right, see that? Nice, very vibrant. Into that, 200 grams, 7 ounces of cheese, mature cheddar. I'm not going to put all of this in, I'm going to save a little bit for the end. That should do it. Give that a good mix up. Right, next job. 8 tablespoons of buttermilk. I don't have buttermilk. I've used yogurt, and this is just a natural Greek yogurt, no flavourings. They're interchangeable really. You could use milk with a touch of lemon juice. Buttermilk is probably the best, but anyway, I'm going with what I've already got, and this will do just the same thing. Into that I'm going to crack 2 eggs. I'm going to give that a mix up. And that's going to go, it doesn't have to be thoroughly mixed, alright? That's going to go in here, and then it's all going to get mixed together. Start with the fork because it's very wet. Stir that round. And while I'm stirring, I might as well go in with the wild garlic, which I chopped earlier. This is 100 grams of wild garlic. Obviously, I brought it home, I washed it. Because I wasn't going to be making it straight away, I actually froze a lot of garlic. This one's been out for a while. It's probably going to be fine. Anyway, all that in there. Just chop it nice and fine as you like. Do it chunky if you want. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so I'll mix all that together, bring it together till it resembles a scone mix. Right, so once you've brought the mix together, I'm just going to put a light dusting of flour on the worktop. I say a light, it's quite a sticky mix, so, but because of the wonders of editing, I managed to keep my hands spotless. There we go, this is our mixture. Okay, lovely. So we're going to roll this out till it's about 4 centimetres thick. If it sticks, just keep putting the dusting of flour on it. Right. Okay, here we go. Try and make it into kind of a oblong, square, whatever. 4 centimetres, that's maybe a little bit thin. I don't know. If I could get it square, that'd be better. These are going to be quite big. Right, I'm going to cut those. Let's see. How many pieces do you think I should get out of that? Let's just score quarters. Maybe 8. Okay. So we'll cut this into 8 pieces. They don't have to be exactly the same size. Now you can put them on the baking tray like that, or you can mould them into rounds, which I tend to do. Just squish them together. It's going to be quite big. And put them onto a pre-lined baking tray. Right, there they are. I've made 8, quite large actually, scones. I'm going to slap on a little bit more cheese, like I said I would, before they go in the oven. This is just a bit of mature cheddar. Don't need a ton. Remember, you've got quite a lot in the scone. This will just bubble on the top and make a nice little effect. And it tastes nice as well. Right, here we go. Oven time. 200 degrees, 25 minutes, I would say. They're quite large. I'm not checking them for about 20 minutes anyway. There we go. Time for a tidy up and a bit of beer. Right, time for the moment of truth. I checked them after 20 minutes. Because of their size, they weren't quite done, so I'll give them another 10 minutes. So, 30 minutes, these ones. Let's have a look. do look rather nice. With my asbestos hands, nice and cooked on the bottom, quite springy. Let's take them onto the cooling rack. They smell lovely. Of course I would say that, wouldn't I? But the cheese and the garlic together, well, you can't go wrong with cheese and garlic, can you? Right, let's look at what we've got. Here's our scone. I'm just going to cut it in half. Oh, look, it's green. Well, what did you expect? It's wild garlic. I'm going to have that with something else that's green, which is my nettle and wild garlic soup. Now, if you want to know how to make this, it was covered in a previous video called From Forage to Feast. So you can look back and find that. If I can, I'm not very good at these things, I'll try and add a link so you can have a look at how to make that. I think that's going to go really nice with that soup. So, try and make them at home, see what you think. Like I said, thanks to Wild Foods UK, where I got the recipe from. They've taught me a lot about foraging and what to eat and not what to eat. So check them out as well. And I will see you soon.